Growing my own food really changed the way I look at it. I now appreciate the whole plant with all its parts, up to the seeds. This year I planted watermelons in my garden, and this one is the first of the season. It is really heavy, not so big, but very heavy and pumped with sugary living water. This hydrating fruit is one of my favorites, and I want to get the most out of it. So I eat the crunchy flesh, but I will keep the rind and the white part for later. There are many parts of a plant that we are just used to throw away, and these sometimes are the most nutritious, like green tops of root veggies, peels, rinds, roots, and seeds. Also, it tastes so different when you grow your own food. This was one of the best watermelons I ever tasted. And now in summer it's also pineapple season. They are everywhere, in all stages. From red they turn into green, yellow, and finally they turn into this bright orange. And when the fragrance of them is really strong, I know that they are ready to be picked. This year I got to harvest a pineapple every single day, and the season is still going on. This one is the new shoot for the new pineapple, and the old plant will die away. And of course, you can also transplant the tops of the pineapple, which gives also a new pineapple. So I will do that, and next year I probably have even more pineapples. And they are really spiky. I have to take care to not to hurt my skin. Usually when you buy a pineapple from a shop, the tops are already wrinkled down and there is not much life into them anymore. So here I keep the rind for later, and I will eat the really sweet pineapple. There is no acidity to it, and it tastes completely different than the shop bought one. And the next day I will make some juice. This is the watermelon rind from one watermelon. I just add some lime and some mint that grows on my rooftop. There is also a passion fruit growing up. And I'm just blending it up. And then I strain it. Next time I would use a nut milk bag because it's much easier, and like this I had to strain it twice. You can also use a juicer. And look, it gave me a liter of juice from just the rind of the watermelon. And it's not a sweet juice, but there is some sweetness in it, and it is super hydrating and it tastes really nice. And the pulp I will keep to make some crackers. And the same thing I do with the pineapple peel. Only there I will have to add a glass of water. I will add some ginger as well, and some lime and mint. And it will turn out into a fruity iced tea. I also strain it. And there I have two delicious and hydrating juices from just the parts that I would have usually thrown away. And with some ice, it's a great drink for summer. They both taste really good. And with the pulp from the watermelon rind, I make some crackers, adding some basil and carpuravalli. To it I also added some olives and a little bit of flax seeds and chia seeds, some lime zest to it for taste. And then I just spread it out on the dehydrator sheet to make crackers. Like that, I really have been using the whole watermelon. I ate the flesh, I made juice from the rind, and from the pulp, I'm making these crackers. And of course, I keep the seeds to be replanted. So this goes in the dehydrator overnight, where there are already some mangoes and papayas inside. And that's the next morning. The crackers are ready and they're really turned out delicious. And of course, I'm gonna replant all the pineapple tops into my garden. So next year I have even more pineapples.